Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Fresh short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
What's up, YouTube? It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, y'all. And this video is going to talk about as far as for my journey with becoming a medical assistant. So as you guys may know, yes, I became a medical assistant freshly out of high school.
Fresh short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
I graduated high school 2016 at Robert E. Lee. Now they are changing the school name because, as you guys know, that was a slave owner. They might change it to like Riverside, but either way, yeah. So graduated from Lee, and that was 2016. I had started medical assistant schooling at Fortis College towards the end of that year. So basically I started in December. Basically I feel like it's so smart, you guys, to go ahead and just start freshly out of high school to go ahead and go to college as far as for anything that's medical. The reason why I say that is because you want to be able to get your experience at least while being under, you know, a certain age. Like, say for instance, I finished the schooling and I got into my externship within like a year after that, and that was so good because my first externship was at OBGYN clinic, and basically I was able to learn almost everything. Like, I was able to learn the medications, I was able to learn as far as for the procedures that we do, you know, ranging from pap smears, colonoscopies. It all just depends. And I learned a lot as far as for injections, like depot injections. They actually had us, you know, do the injections on the patients as well too. So I feel like that's good. It's a faster way for you to get into your externship field and the real world experience when starting medical assistant schooling after high school. You know, a lot of medical assistants, they are young. They do vary. Now, I have seen, like, you know, elderly medical assistants and whatnot, but however, I feel like the younger you are, the better it is to go ahead and get started. I also feel like the practice and specialty that you kind of start off with can help you out with a long way as well too. Some people may start off with working at a cardiologist, where they can pretty much learn about the heart flow a lot, learn about EKG. Most people may want to start off at an urgent care. Urgent care is pretty much where you're gonna be fast-paced on everything. Most people may even want to start at a primary, where they just want to kind of know the basics of working at a doctor's office and whatnot. I wouldn't regret my experience with working at an OBGYN. Till this day, I'm actually trying to go back to OBGYN, but I want to work remote as a medical assistant for right now due to the safety of the COVID. I was getting my experience with medical assistant with pain management, but that was quite a lot. I got so much experience from that, you guys, and I'm thankful for that. But however, I just feel like with pain management, it's very stressful. When working pain management, you got to have a doctor that's going to put his foot down. With pain management, I was working for one doctor. When I was working OBGYN for my externship, I worked with at least like 3 to 4 doctors. So the differences between that is with working with multiple doctors, you have to literally understand as far as for what each doctor likes. If a doctor wants you to set up a pap smear this certain way, you want to set it up for that way. Otherwise, as soon as they walk in the room, they'll know that it's not set up, and they probably wouldn't want to move forward with you. That's how it is sometimes working with multiple doctors. You know, besides working with one doctor, you know, I had already knew how he wanted everything. You know, I had to get the patient ready for a pump refill, get a patient ready for a cortisone injection, knee injection, making sure I position them correct. It just all just depends. Another thing I want to mention as far as for working, starting off medical assistant freshly out of high school, you meet more people. Till this day, I still talk to a couple of my friends that I had started off with medical assistant schooling. Some of us were still talking about going to nursing school. Some of us are even trying to, you know, diverse into different fields, and it's understandable. But me personally, I feel like the medical field is meant for me. I'm always trying to look for different things to do in the medical field, so I definitely feel like it's nice. Now, when I did first start off with medical assisting, I was not getting as much, you guys. To the most, probably like $13 an hour. It then proceeded to $16 an hour, and now currently with the job I'm making right now, I'm making $20 an hour. So like I said, the more experience you get with the medical assistant feeling, it helps you out very much. What are some of the requirements when it comes to medical assistant? I would definitely say, one, you need to have a high school diploma. Also you want or high school diploma or GED. You also want to have experience as far as for the real world and also school experience. They're going to want to know that as well too. Practice on your interviewing skills. For the most part, for you to get hired on for a medical assistant job, you want to make sure you know exactly what you're talking about. They may even throw in medical terminology in there to make sure that you understand the full meaning of that. Also research the company. Any company that you're looking to work for, research it, because when you research, at least you'll know what you're getting yourself into. Most people just want to just go ahead and get hired on, and at the end of the day they have no clue what they're going to be dealing with. And sometimes at the interviews they're going to throw in questions like, so did you know about the background of the hospital, what made you want to join us, stuff like that. Most people when working medical assistant, they do get up to probably like 22 an hour. It all depends, and it also depends on the specialty and practice that you're working for, but for the most part I definitely feel like medical assistant is definitely growing. Now CNAs are a lot more prominent as far as for medical assistant. What I mean as in by that, meaning as in CNAs are getting a lot of attention, but CNAs don't get paid as much as medical assistant. CNAs are getting hired on faster, but they're pretty much starting off at around $13 an hour or even less. It all depends. Medical assistants, however, once you do get hired on and you get your foot into the door, you at least know as far as for electronic health records. That takes you a long way, your experience with that. Also making sure that you pretty much do your background check as far as for what are the requirements that the job is asking for you to become a medical assistant. Good things I could say about when starting medical assistant after high school. I was able just to meet a lot of new people. Also, I just felt like the school was so awesome. Like, I'm such a visual learner, so as soon as I went to Fortis College and I saw how each classroom was, I immediately got excited. Like, the nursing room literally looks like how it would look in a hospital. The dental assistant room literally looks like how it'll look in a dentist's office. Medical assistant, it really looks like how it's going to look at a doctor's office, like where the curtains is right there. It's very cool. Surgical technician, they had with all the instruments. It was so many instruments, you guys, and they literally, our colors, we were at first, so when I started off with dental assisting, I was basically like a teal color. I didn't too much like dental assisting, so I switched to medical assistant, which was the best decision ever, and that was like a dark blue color, so I definitely feel like that was nice. We were able to go on field trips. It was just really nice and a great experience. I wouldn't regret it for anything. So yeah, that's definitely nice. How much it was as far as for going to medical assistant schooling, at the time I was able to get a grant, so pretty much it wasn't as much for me, but however the schooling cost is basically about $18,000 a year. Well, technically you're only spending 1 year there, but a year and a couple of months, but basically the whole entire program was basically $18,000. They're going to say $15,000, but I'm telling you, it's basically that's how you're going to look at it for. What other schools if you don't want to go to Fortis College? So you could definitely go to FSCJ, any community college that's near you. Basically here in Florida, I'm just naming off schools that's kind of like in my district. You can also go to Concord. Concord is a good nursing school. I'll be sure to leave down in the links down below for you guys to show you the top 5 best nursing schools here in Florida, but it all depends on what's near you. You can go to a community college, you can go to a university, it all depends. I don't really think you should get a degree when it comes to medical assisting. I mean, you get more money that way, but honestly, just do the 1.5 years and go ahead and get your experience in office, because they're not going to more so look at the certification and everything, because they're going to teach you how to do everything. So that's one thing you want to kind of keep in mind. But if you guys are looking to pretty much become a medical assistant, pretty much fresh out of high school, go for it. It'll be the best decision that you make. It's not hard at all. You just got to make sure you continue to study and everything, and I'm telling you, it's going to pay off for you. And honestly, I just feel like you're going to be learning something every day. It first started off with intro into health professions, so we had our class full of everybody. It was like medical billing and coding. We had the dental assistant girls and medical assistant. Everybody was kind of combined together. Then as you get deeper into your modules, then you kind of get into the smaller groups where you'll pretty much see everybody wearing blue scrubs as you and stuff like that. So that's pretty much on how it worked. If you guys have any questions or concerns or anything, leave it down in the comments below. I'll be sure to check it for you guys, and make sure y'all stay safe. Peace, y'all.